Hey guys, so this week we actually have kind of an old video coming to you. We did this install back in June, I think, of 2020. We did not get any solar, like we didn't get drone footage and we didn't get the pictures of the solar on the roof, and that's kind of what we were trying to work with for the last several months. And we weren't able to get that, so we just thought we'll go ahead and show you guys what we did. And so you can see this one. And so if you're new here, he's Mike.
She's Leanna. And
together,
we're the Dry Campers.
Stay tuned to after the episode is finished for some updates that we have going on. Check this one out. On this install, Mike installed 4 100 amp battle-borne batteries, a Victron Multiplus 3000 watt, a Victron 150-100 MPPT. On the roof, even though we don't have the footage, it's 9 Renogy Eclipse panels, and that's for 900 watts. They're 100 watt panels, so that's 900 watts of solar on the roof. And he also installed a Lithium, which is a lithium battery isolation manager, and that's what he utilizes for doing truck charging. And then he also installed the BMV 712 battery monitor. So stay tuned and check this one out.
Good morning, YouTube. And we're doing a 2001 Airstream Excella. And this one is 30. They don't tell me what number and all that it is. It's pretty. It's an Airstream. It's got the rear queen bed option. So it's really nice. I really like it. Today is day 5. I'll just give you a little progress update. I know it's boring watching time lapse of things getting done. So the roof is completely done. All the wiring is run except for one last wire, but the last wire that I was running is for the 712. And I already had everything kind of staged up, and I've got there's my where is it? There it is. I've got my solar wire coming in, extra wire, and then I got a rod sticking up here beside the fridge. I went inside. I just kind of guesstimated where my rod would be, and so they're remodeling this. They're getting ready to go full time in about 3 or 4 months. It feels like a rod to me. So I think it turned out pretty good. Yeah, turned out pretty good. So I'm gonna get this wire pulled, and up front here, I'll just go ahead and bring you guys along. We've got our solar, we've got our power line coming from shore power up here and then back using 8-2 so that we can make sure that we don't have any loss. Coming up all the way up front. Redone some of the stuff that they had here. The battery stuff's coming in. I've completely cut the battery boxes off. They're not going to need them anymore. They're just completely in the way when you're doing one of these systems. It's the same thing I had done to mine. I kept the ground wires because they go up and connect directly into the box. One goes up and then one goes down and connects onto the frame. And we're also adding a truck charging on this, so we'll have a lithium battery isolation manager right here as well. And I kept the original plank that goes across here for the jackknife sofa. And no, the color doesn't match, but I had to do something to put under the couch so that the level would be even. So the issue is that their flooring that they have they've got this, let me spin this around this way. They've got this particle board cork flooring underneath it that just holds moisture. They had a little bit of a leak coming in here. Well, it's more than a little bit. It soaked the whole floor all the way out to almost the door because it just absorbed the water. Underneath this, they have a real super thin like carpet padding that has a plastic backer on it, which is great unless you get water on the top with something absorbent, because then now it can't dry out. It goes in and then it just sits under the floor. So they're going to remove the whole floor, all of the vinyl stuff that they've got, and then remove all the stuff that's underneath it, and then put all the floor back down. Just time consuming, not really going to lose any money doing it, but definitely time consuming. Really a PETA, just being completely honest. Some cool things that we've already gotten done. We've already gotten our wires ran. So this is coming in from the refrigerator. There's the extra spare wire, comes down, hops onto this chase going that way, and then also the large black electrical coming down and going over towards the to the back of the coach. Airstreams split their power. The fuse box for this one is a bunch of slow blow circuit breakers in the front, and then in the back, all the way back here over the bed, you have the electrical box. So it makes doing Airstreams more challenging because now you have to make a choice. Either you run really heavy gauge battery cable from your battery bank, which is normally in the front, and put your inverter in the back so it's easy to get to the electrical, or you run heavy gauge 110 wire electrical all the way to the back and then return that way so that you can interrupt in between shore power and the breaker box. So it's catch-22. This coach did have a wire chase that goes over there. I'll show that later on. But the cool thing about this one is I was originally going to have to figure out some way to get from here to there. They actually have piping. So I utilized some factory piping and now it's a 100% clean install. So you can't ask for anything better than that, especially in a 19-year-old coach. Their Airstream has always been quality above and built like a tank. They last forever, as you can see. I mean, how many vintage crinkle side campers do you see out there versus how many vintage Airstreams do you see out there? So let's get this wire pulled. Okay, so it's the end of the day, and remember when I started the day? Not bad for a day's work. Got it all put in. Everything is connected. All the switches are connected. Solar shut off. And 712 was online. I left it not installed, just shoved in the hole so that she could wallpaper. So just thought I'd share. There's no furniture and stuff like that in the way. You can get a lot done in a day. So, but all the wires were already ran, so everything was just sitting here, and I just, not sitting here, but all the wiring was sitting here, and all I had to do is just connect all the pieces. But yep, made all the cables, did all the layout. So Time to go home.
I recorded this as the final walkthrough, but you'll notice that there is one wire laying right there in the middle. That is actually for grounding the RV and truck together for truck charging, and you'll notice in the next clip that it has been taken care of. Hey babe, what are you doing? I thought you were done. Thought we were about ready to blow this popsicle stand.
Well, they have vehicle charging on this one. And normally for vehicle charging, you would connect the wiring up to the power coming from the truck as the ignition wire on the Lithium battery isolation manager. But they're having issues with their wiring harness, and I didn't want to leave them with a system that didn't fully work and we couldn't test it until they get their truck fixed. I decided to put in kind of a on-off switch so that once the truck is connected, if you want it to hear that? If you want it to charge, you hit the button.
Cool.
Turn it on and turn it off. And it's also tied into the 712 shunt so that you can tell when they're connected and charging.
Cool. And then just put a little button up there for them. That's pretty neat.
So, on. You have to wait a second. Off.
Oh, look at you. Adapt and overcome.
Yes. All the time. So if you watched last week's video, you know that we had a little giveaway. And we do that occasionally, so be sure to watch the entire videos. Anyways, we had a little giveaway though. We did a stats of all of our last year's stats as far as what kind or how much equipment that Mike installed over 2020. So the giveaway was, there was a lot of the same answer. So a lot of people did the same math. However, there was one guy that did the math correctly and he won. And his name is Marc Haney. So thank you, Marc, for participating and awesome. Congratulations. So something else about Marc though is that he said he has been a subscriber and he had he's done his own system, and we were like, oh, we'd love to see pictures. Send us pictures of his DIY install, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, so which made us think,
why not showcase some DIY installs?
what do you guys think about that? Would you be interested in seeing other DIY install videos? Or not necessarily install videos, but like what their systems look like.
Right.
And then doing a little competition for DIYers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think what we need is if you will send your submission to info@thedrycampers.com and include all the components in your system, anything that makes your system special, include pictures, and tell us a story about your install. How long did it take? What parts did you struggle through? What parts were easy? And then we will showcase a few. I don't know, we're still working out the details, but I believe we'll have a segment that will kind of show 3, maybe 4, depends on how many people send us their systems. But it's good to showcase other people's work.
So if you missed last week's episode, you also missed the fact that we are going to start doing workshop Wednesdays. And what that means is it's going to be every other Wednesday starting this Wednesday.
So we're going to start off with how I mount battery banks down. I'll show you the tools that I use. I'll show you the components that I use to get the job done.
Stay tuned to every other Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. We have also changed our Sunday videos to release at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. So stay tuned for all of what's good to come in 2021. We're super excited. We're here in Florida at an undisclosed location.
Yes, I'm wearing a beanie. It was like 30 degrees last night, but it's just I thought we were going into Florida to get warm.
Yeah, it's not warm here.
Mm-mm.
But maybe next week it'll warm up because we're heading more south.
Yay.
Yeah. So, anyways, thanks for joining us again on this video. Let us know if you have any questions, and stay tuned to next week.
We're not done.
Oh.
Smash that subscribe button and click that dingy bell ringy thing in case you want to know whenever we release new videos.
See you on the next video.
Bye.
So that the level would be evil. The level would be evil. Gotta sneeze too. All kind of things going on today. Turned myself into a Kobe Wagyu cow. I'm gonna have ice cream and beer tonight. Yeah.
I'm Leanna.
I'm Mike.
And together.
We're dang, it was so close.
Oh,
It
nice.
was jumpy. So,
Or do you want me to go? He's Mike.
I'm Leanna.
No, I said
Yeah.
he's Mike.
Yes, you did.
You said I'm Leanna. Stay tuned to a couple of updates for so stay tuned for that on Wednesdays. That's every other Wednesday at 6 piece.
6 piece.
6 piece. So
At 6 piece.
stay tuned.